Donald Trump's rally in Atlanta was such a disaster, such a catastrophe, that maybe the most disturbing moment of the entire night was missed by a lot of people. And I want to play that clip, but before we do, I need to add a little bit of context. So Evan Gershkovich, who is a reporter for the Wall Street Journal, who was wrongly convicted and detained by the Russian government, was recently freed as part of a prisoner swap orchestrated by President Biden. And in light of that prisoner swap, a clip of Donald Trump has resurfaced and gone viral online, and we got to check it out.
Evan Gershkovich, the reporter for the Wall Street Journal who is being held by Russia, will be released almost immediately after the election, but definitely before I assume office. He will be home, he will be safe. Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, will do that for me, and I don't believe he'll do it for anyone else.
So, of course, Donald Trump is lying. He was not the only one who could orchestrate this swap. And because President Biden successfully got Americans home, and Donald Trump doesn't get any credit for that because why would he? He's not president. He didn't do it, and he didn't do it while he was president. Because of that, Donald Trump got really angry and took to Truth Social to say that President Biden gave up too much in order to get Americans home. Just frankly, a disgraceful thing to say, but President Biden had a response to that.
What a chance this whole thing. President Trump has said repeatedly that he could have gotten the hostages out without giving anything in exchange. What do you say to that? What do you say to President Trump now, former president?
Why didn't he do it when he was president?
Sir, what a chance.
Donald Trump was so infuriated by what Joe Biden said, which wasn't really even a clapback by President Biden as much as he was stating the truth that Donald Trump couldn't get this done during his term in office. This enraged Donald Trump so much that he took to praising Vladimir Putin during his rally, congratulating him on the prisoner swap rather than President Biden for getting Americans home safely. And it was just so disgraceful that we have to watch it.
Well, you know, we got, by the way, I'd like to congratulate Vladimir Putin for having made yet another great deal. Did you see the deal we made? Now, look, we want to get people in. You know, we got 59 hostages. I never paid anything. They released some of the greatest killers anywhere in the world, some of the most evil killers they got, and we got our people back. But, boy, we make some horrible, horrible deals, and it's nice to say we got them back, but does that set a bad precedent? Bert, right? Does that set a bad precedent, Bert? Harris has the most.
Now, in that clip, you can tell even Donald Trump's MAGA cultists knew what he said was so disgraceful and so disturbing that the crowd really fell silent with no reaction. Usually they're clapping and laughing for whatever Donald Trump says, but praising Putin, they knew that that was disgraceful. And of course, there was broad condemnation online that I want to talk about. And what accompanied that was this incredible ad from the Lincoln Project. And I think we need to check out both. But first, let's see what was said online. Michigan GOP Watch responded, Paul Whelan was held hostage for 5 years and he's congratulating Putin. Trump is a traitor. Exactly. Trump is a traitor. Not only does he want to be an authoritarian himself, but he wants to cozy up to dictators like Putin. And it is just so disgraceful and especially dangerous that that person could become president again. And that's why the Lincoln Project put out this important and impactful ad.
When Donald Trump was president the first time, the Russians wanted him to win.
He called him colorful, talented. He said Donald Trump is the absolute leader of the U.S. presidential race.
They helped him. He won.
Господина Трампа избрал американский народ. Можно спорить, но нельзя проявлять неуважение.
He never forgot it.
You welcomed his
I
support?
like that he said that.
Over and over, Trump put Putin and Russia over American interests.
The problem is not that Putin is smart. The real problem is that our leaders are dumb.
He wants Putin to win in Ukraine.
I said, this is genius.
Told him Russia can do what it wants in attacking our NATO allies.
I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want.
He doesn't have a good relationship with Putin. He owes Putin. Trump's not just on the other side, he's on the take.
Donald Trump will side with Putin over the American people, and we've seen him do it before. And he's already signaling to Putin that he will do whatever he wants if he is elected president again, and that's why we have to ensure that doesn't happen. And it wasn't just Donald Trump's call out congratulating Putin that was so disturbing. This clip also really bothered me from Trump's speech.
Appreciate it. Together we will stop Kamala Harris's nation-wrecking. I'll tell you what, when you see what she's done to our nation, she's wrecking.
Now, that's just one moment, but it really encapsulates a broader trend that we are starting to see in Donald Trump, and psychiatrists and psychologists have also started to recognize, and that is that Donald Trump's brain is not just declining, but it's dementing. He's starting to slur his words. He's starting to unravel more in his speeches. We see him talk about Hannibal Lecter and shark attacks and electrocution all the time as his brain wanders, and it's just as disturbing as any of the other comments he made in his speech, because it shows that he is becoming more dangerous and disturbed every single day. And the Lincoln Project put out an ad. Love the Lincoln Project on the show. They put out an ad calling out Donald Trump's cognitive decline, and I think we need to check it out.
He's too old. He's out of touch, losing his marbles at an alarming rate.
They have sinks where no water comes out. You turn it on, no water comes out. You want to wash your hands, right?
Yeah.
And you've seen this, and you turn on the sink, and it's very little. Wow.
I do want to remind everybody, this is the guy that worked with the former Klansman.
I will be Donald Trump's most loyal advocate to make sure his nominees go to the Supreme Court.
Full of his struggles and ramblings and rantings and mumbling and bumbling and stumbling. You decide. Take a look.
They deliberately surrendered our border to vicious coyotes and drug smugglers. I mean, these drug smugglers, the smuggler.
I find it awkward. I find it embarrassing. He's really in the early stages of some kind of senile dementia.
I hope they now go and take a look at the oranges of the investigation, the beginnings.
It's more than awkward and embarrassing. It's actually dangerous. Having someone with his mental state, to me, it's terrifying.
She speaks in rhyme.
In rhyme? What do you...
Well, the way she talks, the bus will go here and then the bus will go there, because that's what buses do. It's weird.
He can't finish a sentence.
Anonymous, really anonymous.
The man doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know where the exit is. He's not sure how to get through a speech.
Mr. President, you need to sign it.
Old, outdated, retired, elderly, aging, senile, dementia, slow, confused, idiot, ignorant, sleepy, gaff, bumbling, bad, terrible, disappointing, joke, profanity.
Being corrupt is bad. Being corrupt and senile is even worse.
Age can be a tool for a leader. President Biden's age, experience, and expertise helped him become one of the most impactful, significant, and consequential presidents ever. The most impactful of my lifetime, for sure. But with Donald Trump, what we've seen from medical professionals is that this is not just the decline that happens over time with one's brain. This is a dementing of Donald Trump's brain. He is more deranged and therefore more dangerous than ever. This unfit person who would sell us out to dictators like Putin wants to become the next president of the United States, and we cannot allow that to happen. Donald Trump has always been dangerous, but he is more dangerous than ever now that he is slipping and unraveling and dementing, quite frankly. That is the state of his brain. And so not only do we have to reject Donald Trump because his ideas are dangerous, we have to reject Donald Trump because he is dangerous. And it is important that we continue to make that case and make that contrast between Donald Trump, who is completely losing his mind, and Kamala Harris, whose mind is set on improving this country and how we can build a brighter future. And if you agree and you want to become a part of a movement calling out Donald Trump's decline, make sure to hit that subscribe button, join what we are building on this channel. And if you enjoy these videos, leave a like. It really goes a long way and would mean the world to me. And if you want to support this channel a little more and become a member, you can go ahead and click the join button. You will get exclusive videos every week, exclusive perks as a member of the show. And it really goes a long way in supporting this new and growing channel. And it would really mean a lot to me. And until next time, I'll see you soon.